Hey Bethlehem, this is Pastor Paul. And this past Sunday, we paused in our journey through the story. And remember, the story is this a book, the abridged version of the Bible that we've been using to accomplish two things. One, we've wanted to understand what the Bible is about. What is God revealing to us about himself, about his character, about his purposes, about his ways through his word. And then we also want to develop in our lives the regular habit of reading the Bible, because we believe the Bible is God's gift to his people. And we need to be good stewards of that gift. And we're good stewards of it when we read it, study it, discuss it, and apply it to our lives. So we paused in order to focus on Christmas and to focus on Advent, to have this little break. This past Sunday, we had a special service. We spent some time to commission Patty through prayer as she prepares to represent us in St. Paul. We believe that what God revealed in Romans chapter 13, that those who work in government are his servants. And so we want to make sure that we are supporting Patty through prayer, that she represents us and represents Jesus well. We also heard the testimony of Valera. Valera and his family, his wife Esther and son Benjamin, have been with us since July. And Valera is from Ukraine, and he told us his testimony, which I really encourage you to go back and listen to yourself. But he focused on how he experienced God's love through the actions of people, how God didn't give up on him, and how he is still cleansing and working in his heart. This next week, as we focus on Christmas, we're going to have our special Christmas worship times. We're not going to have a Christmas Eve service here at the church this year, but we're going to do these special Christmas services this weekend, Saturday evening at 7 o'clock, and then again on Sunday morning at our regular time at 10:30. And these are going to be our candlelight service. It's going to be a lot similar to what you're used to with Christmas Eve. And we wanted to do that so we can keep everybody's space. We are getting to capacity social distance wise here at Bethlehem. So we want to make sure that we have enough space for people to come if they want to bring guests, visitors to worship with us. So we're going to offer this two times, Saturday night, Sunday morning. Come, there should be plenty of seating available, and also we want to record this so that we can replay it on Christmas Eve. So if you're at home on Christmas Eve, you can have this worship service available to worship God, prepare for Christmas with your family. What I want to do with the rest of our time today is read from the devotional I wrote a few years ago, and this is day number 3, a moment in time. Luke chapter 2, verse 1. In those days, a decree went out from Caesar Augustus that all the world should be registered. Everyone likes a good story. The best stories transport us to a different time and place. Many of the stories we like best are fiction. This means that no matter how realistic the story may be, we know in the back of our minds that it isn't really true. The Christmas story can, at times, seem like a fictional story. We may be inspired by it, but it doesn't seem to have many practical implications to our lives. Luke reminded his readers that the story of Christmas is not fiction. Rather, it is a story that actually happened at a specific moment in history. A significant event happened one night in Bethlehem, an event that would go on to change the world. Take some time today to examine a nativity scene. It may not be historically accurate, but each of those figures remind us that the events of Christmas happened to real people who lived in a real place. Think about what it must have been like to have been Mary, a young girl who was given a huge responsibility. Think about Joseph, the young man who had his world turned upside down by the announcement that his wife-to-be is pregnant. The Christmas event affected the lives of real people in very real ways. It's easy for us to hear the Christmas story and forget that it's more than just a story, but that it is an actual event, an event that happened to real people. The reason this is important for us to remember is because we need to know that this is true. The story of Christmas is not part of mythology, but it is the real account of God intervening in this world. This one moment in time changes all the other moments after it. Without the stable in Bethlehem, then Jesus did not live. He did not die and he did not rise from the dead. Without Jesus, we do not have the 12 apostles, the church, or the New Testament. In short, without Bethlehem, we are without hope. Our God is not a God who sits in heaven watching passively the events that happen here on earth. Our God is the God who intercedes and acts on the behalf of his creation. He directs the course of history in order to restore that which he loves so much. The thought to meditate on today is this: Christmas is a celebration of the God who intercedes in human history. Christmas is a celebration of the God who intercedes in human history. Thanks, Bethlehem. I hope that you have a wonderful rest of the week. See you this weekend for our Christmas services. God bless.